What I want to show you now is how you can use buttons to help students navigate through your course, how you can create your own buttons. So this is our homepage, and when I talk about buttons, I talk to these. So in the, I guess, web development world, these are called call to action buttons, but you'll see that this is how I have you navigate the home page. So you don't have to create a home page like this, and I'm actually, if you took the beginner class, you know that the home page looked different, and in the intermediate class, I decided to create the home page using these buttons. So just to show you, if you did not take a different class, what that looks like. So in this course that I had, this is a different version of the asynchronous course for the beginners. You'll see here that I actually have the home page set to the syllabus, right, which is described in an earlier Learn Canvas tool for you. But this here, this start here, this is also a button, and this takes you right to the modules. So when you do this, you see that you guys get to all the modules that are here, right? And so one of the things that I kind of find a little irritating about Canvas is that when I click on either modules or I have like a start here button like this that takes me to modules, I have to scroll through kind of all of the modules to get where I was going. So you can kind of imagine that as your semester goes on, and let's say, you organize your course by units or by weeks, you're gonna, your students are gonna have a lot of different things to scroll through. So I'm working right now, and I'll probably use this in my courses this fall, is using the buttons instead, so setting a home page. So I'm going to show you how I did this. So I'm going to go actually into my sandbox though. So let me go back to, here we go. So I'm in my sandbox. So I created it in pages, right? My home page. So I went in, you'll see I have no pages created yet, but I'm going to go here and I'm going to call it, you know, teaching remotely in Canvas, right? Because that's what I wanted to say on my home page. So what you need to do then is you need to go to an external site that generates the buttons for you. So there's lots of different ones that you can go to. If you just go to Google and you type in call, you see, you go, call to action button generator, you get a lot of different sites. I would either use this buttonoptimizer.com. It gives you a lot of features that you can kind of manipulate. Really easy, and the one that I use is this clickminded.com. So you just come here and it just creates it for you, right? So let's say that I want to make one, welcome to, let's say what's my course, read 290, and I hit enter, and look, it makes the button for me. So you can play around on this site. You'll see that I have it set as fit to text, and it'll change them. If you are like me and you want them all to be exactly the same size, then you need to go ahead and you need to find the size that works for you, and that fits for what you're trying to do, and you can play around with these sizes here, right? So you can click that you'd like it to be a fixed size if you want every single button that you create to be the same size. So let's just say 200 by 50 is working for me now. You can change the color over here, so you can select any color that you'd like that button to be. And oh, you'll see here it doesn't fit, right? So I had a fixed button size. With my text here, it didn't fit. So let's just play around with it till it does fit. Let's see what I got now. Getting closer, right? Okay. So maybe I decide that I'll go 300 because it's easy to remember. So 300 by 50, when I make all the buttons for this course, that's what they're going to look like. So that's my color. And then you just download them, right? So it's downloaded. I kept my tab open for my sandbox and my page is open on edit. So I just go here now. I go to embed, upload an image. And I'm just going to drag it in, submit it. Boom, it's going to show me what it looks like. If your buttons are small, you can actually just leave a couple of spaces and you can put another button over here, or you can make them, all go down in a row. So I might come back now and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do, let's say, week 1. So the great thing is the website is, this button generator already has my stuff in it, so it knows what I wanted. So my sizes have been kept. Maybe I'll do week 1 to make week 1 a different color. There we go. Ready to go. Download, come back, do the same thing over and over. There we go. So I could continue to do this. What I would probably do is I would set them all up. So let's say, if you had like 7 units in your course, you just, right now when you're setting the course up, do units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you have the weeks, you can start making them for all the weeks. I probably would make them ahead of time, but just make them available as I wanted to, and I could show you that in a minute. But I can go back. So I'm going to go back to my save and publish. So this is my page now. Now I can go in and I can improve my score. Right? It tells me all I have to do is say, tell it what it is. It's welcome to read 290. Click save. It's all good. Okay, perfect score. So I can close that and I can do the same thing over here. So now, if I want to make this a home page, I go back to pages and you click these 3 little dots and you say that you use this as the front page. So what this means is anytime now that I go to pages, obviously this is a sandbox, I don't have any other pages in here, but every single time I go to pages, this will show up first. But then if I want to get to all the other pages I created, I just go here to view all pages. So once it's a front page, you can set it as your home page, right? So if I went back to home, the default home, and I hit choose home page, it's going to ask me, do you want to pick your page's front page? And I would say yes. So you'll see that I have this set up now. The students come. This is what greets them when they log into the course every time. So they can click on it and it brings them to some kind of shortcut. So watch the next quick video and I will show you then how to link them to the shortcut. Hi, welcome back. So for part 2, I wanted to show you now how once you've inserted the buttons on your page, you go ahead and you make a link to them. So there was nothing in my sandbox, so I went ahead and I just imported some course material from Commons, so that's why this little thing popped up, because I imported a whole course in here just so we have something to show you. But you'll see now that this is on my home page, like if I click on this, nothing happens, right? So I have to link this to where I want it to go. So I go into edit and you'll see you have these image options. So I have trouble using that image option button, so I just make sure that it's highlighted here, and then I'm simply going to link it to something, right? So I could link it to anything. I could have it linked to something external as well, but I'm going to set up a course link, and then you'll get everything that's in your course here. So I want them, since this is the welcome, I want them to link to how to get started in the course. And I know that it worked because now I have these 2 buttons, 2 little menus that pop up. Then I'm going to go to the week 1, and I'm going to go in again. I'm going to go to link. I'm going to go to course links. I'm going to go to modules, and there's the week 1. All right, so since those are the only ones that I had set up at this point, I'm just going to hit save. And you'll see that what happens now is instead of all of the modules popping up, this directs them to exactly the one that it says is in the button. So when I click here, you see I still can see all the modules, but I get sent right here first. So if my student went home again and they went to week 1, they don't have to scroll now through the modules that were above it. They're just going to be taken right to week 1. So they can still now see they're all still here, right? So they can scroll through, but you can kind of see that as the weeks go by, it's easier for them rather than clicking on modules and having to scroll through everywhere to find where they want to go. If you have those buttons on the home page, it just adds that quick link so that they can go right there. So if I wanted to go ahead on my home page and I wanted to, because I'm setting the course up, put week 1, week 2, week 3, like put every week here, it doesn't mean that I need to have all of the material here. So you can just have it closed, right? So what I would do is I would link them, but I'm going to unpublish all the other modules. So when they click on it, it doesn't take them anywhere because these modules aren't ready for them, right? Not ready for them to go through. So I only have to make the module available that I want them to be able to use if I want to keep them working at a particular pace. So if you're interested in creating those types of call to action buttons on your homepage or somewhere else in your course, now you know how to do it.